Hello, and welcome. This video will show you how to use your Clarimate to write sheet music with notation software. In this video, we'll be using Dorico SE, which is the free version of Dorico, as well as Sibelius First, which is the free version of Sibelius. Regardless of the notation software that you're using, the first thing that we need to do is make sure that the Clarimate is in notation mode. You can do this by going to the MIDI page of the Clarimate app, and under Playing Mode, select Notation from the drop-down menu. While we're here, let's set the MIDI transpose to +2 so that the notes on the page in our notation software match the notes that we're playing on our B-flat clarinet. Now, let's open up Dorico and create a new lead sheet. The next thing that we need to do is make sure that Dorico is receiving MIDI information from the Clarimate. To do that, go to Preferences and find Play in the sidebar. Scroll down to MIDI Input Devices and make sure that Clarimate Series 2 MIDI Out is selected. You'll know that this is set up correctly if you see a green dot flash at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen when you blow into the Clarimate. While you're here, you may want to change the quantization settings to suit the music that you plan to notate. For example, the piece of music that I plan to notate has 16th notes, so I will leave that as the minimum note value. It does not, however, have any tuplets, so I will uncheck the Detect Tuplets box. I'll also uncheck Detect Grace Notes. Now we can close this window and return to our main window. The next thing I will do is set the tempo. I like to set the tempo to be a little slower than I would ordinarily play to focus on accuracy, so that I don't have to spend so much time cleaning up and editing the score after I finish recording. Finally, when I'm ready, I'll hit the record button and play along to the click track. When I press the space bar to stop the recording, Dorico will show me what I've recorded. In Sibelius, the process is very similar. First, let's create a blank score and add a B-flat clarinet. Then, let's go to Input Devices and make sure that Sibelius can see the MIDI connection from the Clarimate. If this is set up correctly, you should see movement in the meter on the right-hand side of the screen when you blow into the Clarimate. Next, let's open up the FlexiTime options and set our minimum note duration. The smallest note duration that we'll be using to notate this piece is a 16th note, so we can leave that as is. There are no tuplets, so we'll select None from the drop-down menu here. Finally, we're ready to go, so let's click Record and play along to the beat. This concludes our video about using the Clarimate with notation software. Happy practicing!